We like to think that we know a lot of the ways that advertisers use to make their products look more appealing. Sure, we know that they take a photograph of a nice fresh burger to use in the advertisement, while the one we receive might be a little worse for wear. However, some of the links that advertisers go to are rather alarming and may turn you off of some of your favorite products. Rather than trying to trick you into clicking subscribe, we just want to point out that the nice shiny red subscribe button is there. It goes well with the gray bell that you can use to turn on notifications. Burgers. Few things look as glorious as a fast food burger in an advertisement. Each ingredient looks fresh and meticulously arranged, and the burger itself seems to be positively glowing. Meanwhile, the food that you actually receive looks like it's been through some tough times in life. If you'll notice that all the ingredients line up perfectly, that's because it's photographed from only one side. If you look at it from the other side, you'll see it's quite lopsided. Each sparkling droplet of ketchup and mustard is meticulously applied using a syringe. To make sure each drop is in the most aesthetically pleasing spot possible, a computer is used to map out the burger. While a fast food burger is made, well, fast, it can take hours to prepare a burger for its time in the spotlight. The cheese is slightly melted and carefully sculpted into place using a palette knife to give it that perfect shape. When the camera snaps, that's just the beginning. Imaging software is used to erase any slight imperfections, bring out the colors, and make any final adjustments. Some human models don't even get the painstaking editing treatment that these fast food burgers are treated to. Cinnabon. You may struggle to recall the last time that you saw an advertisement for Cinnabon. This bakery is known for making the most obscenely large, calorie-laden, and mouth-watering cinnamon buns around. And best of all, there always seems to be one around when the craving hits you. They may not put out as many ads as other places, but they do plenty of things to entice you to order one of their enormous confections. While many fast food chains use your sense of sight to bamboozle you into buying their product, Cinnabon would rather you follow your nose to their shop. The ovens at Cinnabon are strategically located near the front of the store so that the aroma of freshly baked cinnamon buns can lure in their customers better. Their products are baked every 30 minutes in order to keep the aroma circulating, and between baking times, sheets of pure cinnamon are often heated up to give off the same scent. The smell is so overpowering that many malls place aroma restrictions on the franchise, limiting where they can set up shop. Even their breakfast sandwiches are designed with powerfully scented ingredients like maple syrup and cheddar cheese in order to complement the scent of the freshly baked rolls. Buzzwords. We may think that we're too smart to fall for advertising buzzwords that restaurants use to generate certain attitudes about their business, but it turns out that we're not. Sorry to have to break the news to you. Every once in a while, a new buzzword makes its round on the advertising. Extreme used to be the cool, hip word of choice for a while until it was replaced by crazy, once extreme was dubbed no longer extreme enough. In 2011, the it word for advertising was premium, and 28% of consumers were more likely to order food that was described as such and would pay up to 5% more for said food. Another popular word that we don't consider very often is snack. Many restaurants offer items labeled as bites or snacks in order to lure in people who maybe aren't looking for a full meal but feel a bit peckish. It's easier to justify grabbing a snack than an entire burger meal, making even people watching their waistlines more likely to grab a bite to eat. Some popular slogans also use strategic wording to make you associate it with their products, such as Subway advertising you to eat fresh or KFC describing its chicken as finger-lickin' good. Consider this the next time you decide to splurge on a premium product. Strategic coloring. Fast food logos may be shaped and worded differently, but you'll notice that most of them have one thing in common: colors. Most fast food chains such as Burger King, Domino's, McDonald's, and Sonic all use red in their logos. Viewing the color red, a color we associate with stop signs and a general sense of urgency, makes us feel like time is limited and we should grab some fast food while we have the chance. The color red has been shown to be associated with activity and can make people feel stimulated, excited, and even increase their heart rates. Red is also used along with orange and yellow, and these warm colors seem really inviting to us, and that stopping in for a burger seems really appealing right about now. Combined with the option of call-ahead ordering or just hitting the drive-thru, and these colors play off our love of immediacy and convenience. If you're thinking that color can't possibly have that big of an effect on your decision, you should know that when it comes to making a snap decision about which restaurant to choose, 62 to 90% of that decision is based on color alone. You might keep that in mind when you consider stopping by a place with a red logo on your drive home. Hair care. When you're watching a commercial for even the most basic bargain brand shampoo, the models seem to have gleaming, luxurious locks that you've probably never seen on a person in real life. One part of this is that commercials are shot at very specific angles designed to make the hair look a certain way. If you wondered how they get their hair to be shaped so perfectly, it's via methods that don't exactly translate to the real world. These include stapling hair in place or using styrofoam balls, cardboard, or tinfoil to get it to look just right. Notice how their hair always seems impossibly shiny? It's often treated with gel infused with glitter in order to get it to sparkle under the glare of the studio lights. If you've ever seen a photo of someone laying on the ground with impossibly long and thick hair spread out around them, it's likely that there is a piece of cardboard under there with hair extensions taped on in order to enhance their look. And if you wonder how their hair moves just right, well, sometimes it has a little help from someone in a green suit who manipulates the hair on camera and isn't shown in the commercial. Now it's time for our commercial break. Just kidding, it's just our trivia question. If you've ever watched helplessly as the topping slid off of your ice cream sundae, you might be interested to know that advertisers have a trick for helping them stay in place. How do they do it? Keep watching for the answer. Cheese. Ah, the classic cheese pull. You know, the inviting way the cheese looks when you pull away a piece of pizza from the whole pie or tear open a mozzarella stick. Those perfect, thick strands of cheese couldn't possibly look more mouth-watering or inviting. Advertisers know that this cheese pull taps into the primal core of our being that makes us hunger for a slice of pizza. Chief Advertising Executive of the DeMassimo Goldstein ad agency explains that this brings people into the moment and gets them out of their right minds. Cheese is one of our most beloved foods, and most of us have positive associations with it. This means that when we see perfect cheese on the screen, we remember the last time we indulged in some cheesy, gooey goodness and we want to experience it again. To get this effect on a pizza, the crust is sliced before any toppings are added. After coating it with sauce, cheese is concentrated around where the slice will be made, and then the slice is pulled almost all the way up. More cheese is added and the slice is lifted for a final time in front of the camera. Drinks. Ever wonder how advertisers get that perfect fizz on that ice-cold soda pop? They often add a very unsavory ingredient in order to do so: antacids. These make the soda extra fizzy, making it look much more appealing to viewers. And that's not the only trick they use to make drinks look more refreshing. During an outdoor shoot on a hot day, that ice in your drink would definitely melt if it wasn't made out of plastic to look just like a real ice cube. The sheen and sparkle of the ice is actually added in post-production to make the plastic ice cubes look like the real thing. The condensation that appears on the outside of bottles may give the appearance of a frosty cold drink, but it's actually achieved by mixing corn syrup and water. The solution is put into a spray bottle and spritzed outside of the glass or bottle, creating perfect little beads of liquid that perfectly mimic condensation. Advertisers know that for their commercials to work, you need to actually feel thirsty when you watch it, so they work hard to make you feel parched. Ice cream. If companies struggle to keep ice from melting when plopped in a cold drink, we're sure you can imagine what a pain ice cream is to work with when creating advertisements. Sometimes when the ice cream isn't the focus of the ad, but is used on top of a pie or floating in some root beer, advertisers can quickly make something a la mud by using a styrofoam ball wrapped in clay. Some advertisers have even been used to using mashed potatoes instead of ice cream for a shoot. For the real thing, there are actually people out there who specialize in styling ice cream for commercials and photo shoots. Freezers tuned very specific temperatures and buckets of dry ice are used to keep the ice cream at the perfect temperature for as long as possible. Once a perfect scoop is formed, it's placed in the freezer to harden up and hold its shape as long as possible. There's a lot of pressure on the photographers and videographers to capture their subject as quickly as possible before it melts. Secret ingredient. Some of the most appealing foods you'll see on camera have been touched up by various products. In order to pull off these tricks, you'll definitely have to ignore the manufacturer's suggested uses. Ever wonder why fruits and veggies look so fresh and appealing? They're treated with hairspray and deodorant to get that perfect sheen. For red fruits like strawberries, sometimes lipstick is added in order to make them seem even more bright and colorful. Fresh-cut herbs shown on the side of a pasta dish, they've been kept in a solution of water and dish soap in order to make them last longer. When filming buns or bread that need to look perfectly golden brown, a thin layer of shoe polish is often added. Yum! Shoe polish is also used on grilled chicken and meats to make it look like it came fresh off the grill. And that beautiful syrup you see glistening on a fat stack of pancakes is actually motor oil, which tends to look better in front of the camera. To prevent it from soaking right into the pancakes, they're often soaked in fabric softener first. If you ever wondered why cakes in commercials look better than the ones you make at home, it's because many use cardboard separators underneath the frosting to hold them together perfectly and gently, making it look like it contains an ultra-thick layer of frosting. Breakfast. We all know that the lavish spread that is an advertiser's definition of a balanced breakfast is different from the Pop-Tart we usually grab on our way out the door in the morning. But there are a number of tricks advertisers use to make their vision of the ideal breakfast seem more appealing. Leaving cereal soaking in milk during filming would result in a soggy and unappealing mess. Instead, advertisers fill cereal bowls with glue in order to give the appearance of fresh white milk and hold the cereal perfectly in place without letting it get soggy. When it comes to filming real milk, advertisers often add soapy water to make it appear freshly poured and extra bubbly. If you prefer a hot plate of steaming pancakes, you should know that steam billowing off them is staged using cotton balls soaked in water. Once the cotton item is microwaved, it gives off a perfect amount of steam. Then it's just a matter of hiding the cotton strategically before filming. So what's the secret ingredient needed to make your ice cream hold on to its hot fudge? The answer is paper towels. They're strategically cut up and arranged underneath the toppings to hold the syrup in place. We bet that there's no way you'll ever view your favorite commercial the same way again after seeing this video. We know that we're off to find something delicious and cheesy after watching the perfect cheese bowl. Sure, we know that's giving advertisers just what they want, but when you really want cheese, what other choice is there? Please subscribe to The Riches for more awesome videos. See you next time!